10 to 12, 10 to 12 hotels. When you look at what will happen in Egypt now going forward, we have a pipeline of 27 hotels in Egypt. This is absolutely the decade of the Middle East. If you take Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and UAE, we will open this year around 10 to 12 hotels. Sometimes, we have 10 planned, but sometimes openings come forward a little bit. When you look at what will happen in Egypt now going forward, we have a pipeline of 27 hotels in Egypt. So you'll see that rate of openings in Egypt in particular start to accelerate in the years to come. So if you look at the number of tourism arrivals or the tourism nights that will stay in our hotels in Egypt in this year, if you look at where we are just at the beginning of this year, Q1 to end of March, we're just short of 90,000 room nights. And that's a significant growth. And we already saw an uptick in Q4 of last year, where we saw particularly Cairo and some of the resorts get much stronger. So we're up to 90,000 in Q1, and we expect that trend to continue across the year, if not grow a little bit. Certainly the Middle East region, I think, is emerging as leading the world in terms of tourism, and that's backed by very strong national strategies. So we've seen super numbers into all of these destinations. We've seen super numbers into Egypt, super numbers into Saudi Arabia, and super numbers into the UAE. The growth rate into Egypt, 16% year on year from 23 to 24. Saudi Arabia around 40% and UAE around 30%. So very strong numbers across the region. In the Middle East alone, our current pipeline will add no less than 30,000 jobs in the next 2 to 3 years, if not more. This is absolutely the decade of the Middle East. I think we are blessed that there is nowhere else in the world where you have tourism as a fundamental part of a national economic strategy in so many countries in the Middle East. And when you see tourism as being such a fundamental part of economic strategy, that of course has a huge impact on our growth and has a huge impact on the industry as a whole. There's very few countries in the world where tourism is such a fundamental part of economic growth strategy moving forward. And we have that in 4 to 5 of the leading countries across the Middle East, which is very, very unique. And that's why we're confidently saying that we will double our portfolio to more than 240 hotels in the region, because as that growth happens in those economies, so tourism, us, Hilton, we're a fundamental part of that journey.